Hello everyone and welcome to Lion Brand Week. Yes, it is finally here. I have been working my fingers to the bone to bring you this fabulous Lion Brand Week. If you are new here and you have no idea what a themed week is here on the Cinnamon Stitches channel, I will inform you thusly. So traditionally we do Premier Yarns Week. That is what we have done traditionally. We do a whole week dedicated to Premier Yarns. We have done a whole week dedicated to Mary Maxim Yarns. And this week we are dedicating an entire week of yarn and tutorials to Lion Brand yarns. Here we have it. Everything you see in this picture is currently made with Lion Brand yarns. Fabulous, luscious Lion Brand yarns. Now this is the introductory video. This is where I'm showing you the tutorials, the next 5 tutorials that are going to be coming up next week. Monday through Friday, we're going to have a tutorial every single day of the week. And to show you guys, I feature the yarn, I talk to you about the yarn, I tell you what's good about the yarn, maybe what I didn't like about the yarn, and then we follow that up with a tutorial for an amazing pattern for these yarns. Now this is just a preview, and what I have to show you is fabulous. It's fabulous. So, 1, 2, 3. Well, all right, I got everything. I had to make sure I had all 5 tutorials right here in front of me. All right, I don't know what order the videos are going to be in yet because I have yet to edit them, upload them, or any of that stuff. So I have just filmed the tutorials up to this point. And so let's get started. The very first thing is what is on mine and Holly's head. It is this fabulous hat. It is beret style. You can also make this section longer if you want and just make it more like a cap, if you will. Either way, it's got beautiful detail in the back, but I know it's hard to tell on her head, so I'm going to show you my head. Because my head has beautiful light blue yarn that shows the stitches a little more. What yarn is this? Oh, I'm also giving you a shopping list, okay? I'm giving you a shopping list. The links to all of these yarns will be below with the amounts you're going to need for each tutorial. So to make this hat, it takes 1 ball of yarn. And this yarn is the jeans yarn. This yarn is luscious. It comes in blue jean colors. So the color that we used for this dark blue is called Brand New. That's the color. You need 1 ball of this, and I was able to make almost 2 hats out of 1 ball. So you can definitely make yourself a hat out of just 1 ball of the blue jeans yarn. And then you get to feel this yarn is delicious. It is so soft and squishy. The light blue on the back of the hat is, I believe, acid wash. I will have that information for certain in the tutorial itself. But you can go on there. They have different colors of blue jeans, but they also have a rust color that is the color of the stitching that's on like a good pair of denim jeans. You know, they have that rusty colored stitching. They have that color too in the jeans. This yarn is delicious. It's squishy. Even if you don't want to make this hat, like, get yourself some of this yarn. It is fantastic. All right, so that's one of the tutorials for next week. The second tutorial, well, I don't know what order any of these are coming up in, but we're going to say the second is this really cute little bumpy pumpkin. It's a bumpkin, if you will. It is made in a very light washed out orange color because this year pastel and unusual Halloween decorations are in. If you look at Michael's had an entire line of pastel Halloween decorations. I went to Target today and Target has like really feminine colored pumpkins. They had like a really beautiful aqua color and like a bright pink colored pumpkin. And like decorations to all match that. So this year we're not doing your traditional orange pumpkin, but we're doing like this beautiful muted orange, and I think this is tourmaline, and yeah, this is tourmaline. So this yarn is Color Theory, and this yarn is really nice too. And the pumpkin is in the color Himalayan Sea Salt and Tourmaline, and you can also make a tourmaline pumpkin all the way green if you want. You need 1 ball of Himalayan salt. Is it Himalayan salt or Himalayan sea salt? Himalayan salt in color theory, and you need 1 in the color tourmaline, and you will be able to make at least 2 pumpkins, possibly 3. And I do tell you in the tutorial, this tutorial is very easy. All of my tutorials are easy. They're all beginner friendly. They're all fun. Some of the ones earlier in the week, really you can make in a day. And as we move on towards the end of the week, the tutorials are a little bit longer, more involved. All fun. And cue the puppy. Go to your bed, bub. So 1 ball of the Himalayan sea salt, or Himalayan salt, and 1 ball of the tourmaline. You can make an orange pumpkin. I have enough to make another pumpkin, so you can make several pumpkins. And you can also make a tourmaline pumpkin, which I think will be really cute. Our local farmer's market actually has pumpkins that are this color, like naturally grown. They're gourds, but they look like pumpkins. They're actually this color. And so I think I'm going to make one in the tourmaline as well, because this is so stinking cute, right? So I worked really hard designing this pumpkin. I worked hard. This involved a lot of math and a lot of frogging and stuff, but I think it turned out super cute. I'm really happy with it. Okay, so we got the hat and the pumpkin. The third tutorial for the week, I am showing you guys how to do mosaic. Okay, now if you've been tuned into this channel for a long time, you are familiar with this placemat. I am in the tutorial, I'm making a mug rug, but I give you all of the numbers and the directions to also make a placemat, so it's a 2-in-1 tutorial. The mug rug is really good for keeping under like your hot cup of coffee, or even like a glass of soda, anything you want. This can go under. If you use acrylic though, don't put anything super hot on it, like pans or anything like that. But a coffee cup is not going to damage the acrylic at all. This is the blue jeans yarn. This is the rusty color I was telling you guys about that you can also get in this yarn. So if you just want like a tan or whatever rusty colored hat to go with your favorite leather jacket, or like whatever fall color clothes you can have, you can also get this color in the jeans yarn. And it makes beautiful, beautiful things. So this is the other tutorial. In the tutorial, I show you how to do the stitch. I show you, and this is so easy. I know that it looks complicated and it looks next level skills. It's not. It is so easy. This is basically single crochets and double crochets, but the double crochet is special and it goes in the front. But it's not a front post double crochet. And I show you how to do that in the tutorial. I give you the stitch counts for the mug rug and the placemat. And this yarn that we're using for this is Heartland. I didn't bring the Heartland out. Hang on, let me find it. Heartland, where are you? I know I had some. It was right here. It's in the project bag. So Heartland has lots of beautiful colors. I used some scrap balls. This is what we're doing for the tutorial. This one is the actual tutorial. And this is an old label, but I know that they still have this nice dark blue. This is called Lake Clark, but because this is an older label of the Heartland yarn, this might actually be labeled as a different name on Line Brand's website. I will link these yarns directly to you. You can pick whatever color you want. So the Heartland is a very widely available, widely known acrylic. It's been around quite a long time. It is a nice, soft, squishy acrylic, and it makes beautiful garments. It makes beautiful everything. And I really enjoyed working with it to make... Alright, so the light blue is Virgin Islands. This one is Virgin Islands. And I don't remember what the red is, because the red hasn't had a label in years, because I used it for 100 things back in the day, because I bought a bunch of it. But the red and the blue, when you're going to pick the colors for the Heartland yarn, pick colors that are either opposite of each other on the color wheel, or colors that are dark and light, so you can really see the stitch stand out. I don't recommend like doing this with variegated yarn. Now this one, the white yarn, this one's actually made out of cotton. You could also use 24/7 cotton from Lion Brand if you wanted to make these cotton so you could put hot stuff on them. I used a variegated white for the cotton version of this, and this is okay because it's barely variegated, but I would not use a heavily variegated yarn because you're going to lose the detail in the stitching. So that's why I did the Heartland with this yarn. So that is tutorial number 3 this week and yarn number 3 this week. Then we have this beautiful thing. This is a shawl. This is made from the Ferris wheel yarn, and now I need to find that project bag. Right here. I just finished this. Now, I used Ferris wheel that I had in my stash already. I'm missing a label. I had 3 different colorways, and I thought that I had all 3 of the same colorway. You can absolutely mix colorways together, but the way that this tutorial, the way that this shawl is built, is the center triangle is built with one entire cake, and each wing is built with another cake. So a cake on this side and a cake on this side. So this shawl takes 3 Ferris wheel cakes, and because I had hair in my mouth, because I had, yeah, I didn't get it. There we go. That was fiber. Because I had 3 different colorways, what I did is the cakes that go on the outside is I cut them both in half, and I used my scale to do this, and I put half of a cake here and half of a cake here. But I really do recommend sticking with either 2 colors or just 1 color of the Ferris wheel, and the center triangle can be 1 color and the wings can be a secondary color, but I would do both of the wings the same color. So if you're gonna do 2 different colors, get 2 balls of the color you like the best, or the color you want for the wings, and just 1 for the center. Otherwise, get all 3 of the same color. Now these colorways are Sprinkles, Summer Day, and I think one was Circus something or another. They all kind of go together. I think it's beautiful the way it is. Let me see if I can lean back. This is the shape of the shawl. It is elongated. It's really easy to do. It works up semi-fast for a shawl, but it is 3 cakes. You're putting 3 cakes of Ferris wheel into this. And I think it turns out beautiful. And I really like the Ferris wheel for this tutorial because the reason I picked the Ferris wheel is because of the color. Because I really, if you do it all in one solid color, it'll still be a beautiful shawl. But because of the way the color works up in this, the Ferris wheel doesn't have hard breaks in the color, so there's not like a stitch down the center where it's like one side of the row is one color and one side of the row is the other color, which is why I really like the Ferris wheel. The colors fade into each other, so there's no harsh breaks in the color. Secondly, the yarn really coordinate with, like, I know that these are 3 different cakes, but they all kind of go together. And thirdly, it really accentuates the fact that this row is on a diagonal. It really makes the shawl and the design of the shawl stand out. And this is just granny stitch, and I walked through the whole thing. It's really easy. But this is 3 cakes, so you're gonna need 3 cakes of Ferris wheel if you want to make this shawl. Actually, I'm gonna take that off. And last but not least, we have the Shrug. Now, this Shrug was by recommendation, not recommendation, requested. This was requested by my daughter. These type shrugs are really popular right now with younger people, with young girls, with teenage girls, with college age girls, with girls in their 20s. This can be worn by anybody, okay? And I'm going to give you a picture because I'm not going to try it on because it's not going to match my shirt. I'm going to show you what this looks like on my body. This is made in a size 1X or an extra large for Juju, and it fit onto me. And the reason I put it on is because I wanted to stretch out the arms a little bit for her. Just a little bit. So that is what it looks like on me. It's got these big giant bell sleeves. It is meant to only be at the top of your, that's the design. You can make this in any size. You can make it for little kids. You can make it for teenagers. You can make it for big people. You can also, and I show you in the tutorial, how to make the rest of this if you want to make this into a sweater. A sweater is going to take significantly more yarn. This took 3 cakes of the Mandala, and I only have purple left because I used all the green. This is the Mandala Ombre. Mandala Ombre. So you're going to need 3 of these if you want to make one of these. This yarn is lush, it is delicious, but this tutorial tried to kill me, okay? Because I had never made anything like this before. I'd never made anything like this before, so I was just designing on the fly. And each sleeve is basically its own cake of yarn because the sleeves are enormous. They're giant bell sleeves, or as I like to call them, fairy sleeves. And that's exactly what Juju wanted. And we measure from your elbow, and I walk you through all of this. We measure from elbow to elbow, or if you want, you can have the bell sleeve start like lower on the arm. Wherever you want your sleeves to start the bell section, measure from that part of your arm to that part of your arm on your other arms, holding your arm straight out like this. And then that is the chain that you are going to go. Now, I did mess up a little bit in the math. This stitch requires a, and I'm going to try to remember to put this in the tutorial because I did mess up in the tutorial. This requires a stitch count, a multiple of 6, and I said 4. And so I messed up on both panels. And so I needed to add a couple extra stitches. I need to add 2 extra stitches on either panel. I am going to correct that in the introduction to this tutorial. It's a multiple of 6, not 4. And I need to remember to say that in the video. But it's a really easy open work stitch. It's very simple stitches. This is just it. All of the hard work is just, it shells. It shells. Okay. It's not difficult. It took a lot. It took a long time. And I waited till the last second to do a lot of these tutorials. I'm going to be real honest with you. I love the way this turned out. And when my daughter put this on, she's 18 by the way. When she put this on, she felt so beautiful and she was so excited. And the first thing she says, can I have it now? Like, can I wear it to school? I'm like, yeah, as soon as I take a picture of you in it, because I'm going to use her for the thumbnail. Because I find her to be far more beautiful than I am. But like, I told her, I was like, we're gonna style this with an outfit. We're gonna take some pictures and we're gonna use that for the thumbnail. But like, I really like the way this turned out. I really like the way the ombre, the Mandala ombre yarn, like the way the color is. I did not color control anything on here. So where the stripes came naturally is where the stripes are, and it looks like they're even. So it all worked out fantastic. Except this sleeve has green on the end and this one has blue on the end, but like, it does not matter. It's absolutely beautiful. And I know that this is not going to be everybody's cup of tea because like, and I've heard this, I've seen this on other videos, like, why is a sweater only up here? That is the style right now. And I may be too old to understand the style, but I will gladly make stuff like this. My friend Crystal over at Ricola's Crochet Corner, if you don't know her, go check her out. She made something that was just like straight armed. She didn't have this for her daughter because her daughter requested it. And her daughter's like pre-teenish, I believe. So very, very popular with the young people right now. And I kind of want to make myself one of these. So, and I have the purple yarn. You guys know. So those are the tutorials for this week. And to recap your shopping list, I will write this in the description box below. For the hat, you need 1 skein of the jeans yarn. Okay. In any color you want. If you want it to be bicolored like this one is, buy 2 colors of the jeans yarn and just do the center part in one color and the outer part in another color. I really like the way this looks because I think it stands out more than just the all one color, but totally up to you. Let me put my hat back on. For the pumpkin, you need 1 skein of Himalayan salt of the Color Theory, 1 skein of the tourmaline in the Color Theory, for the placemat or the mug rug, whichever you decide to make. By the way, this makes fantastic Christmas gifts. You can make a mug rug for your favorite coffee or tea drinker, which is why I made myself several, because I am constantly needing something to set my cup on in here because we drink tea every Tuesday, in case you're new. But also, if you could make a set of placemats for someone who has a family, you can make a set of placemats for your own table for Christmas time, and like red and green would be beautiful. Either way, and I'm gonna give you a hint for Christmas gifts for your favorite coffee or tea drinker. If you make them this beautiful mug rug, you can like roll it up, put it inside a new coffee cup for them, put a little bag of tea in there or something. You have a really affordable Christmas gift that's handmade partially for your favorite tea or coffee drinker. Or the placemats. Like, placemats are beautiful. That's going to be something you're going to want to hold on to for years, because like, so that takes just 2 balls of the Heartland yarn. Or, like I said, if you want to do cotton instead, you absolutely can. The 24/7 cotton from Lion Brand will work for this. I don't know how many balls you would need to make the placemat, but you're going to need 2 colors of it. I only know because I worked up 1 in cotton and the rest has been in the Heartland yarn. So 2 different colors, 2 alternating or drastically different colors of the Heartland yarn. Red and green would be fantastic for Christmas. Red and white would be fantastic for Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, blue and white would be beautiful. I mean, you have options open to you, right? Or if you don't celebrate the holiday at all, like, do whatever color you want, because, I mean, why not? For this, you need 3 balls or 3 cakes of the Ferris wheel yarn in whatever color you choose. And then last but not least, you need 3 cakes of the Mandala Ombre, which I just put back down here. The Mandala Ombre, you need 3 cakes of this to make this beautiful shawlette thing in a size large, extra large, 1X. Well, 3 balls, but also this fits me. So it's depending on how big you want it, 3 will make up to, I'm going to say, like a 2 to 3X reasonably. If you want to make it bigger than that, or if you want to add length here, more, it's going to take more. If you want to make a full sweater, I would get 6 of these to be just safe, so that you have enough to do the whole body of the sweater. And you don't have to use just the, like, this is the purple ombre, this is the green ombre, but the ombre also comes in like rainbow colors. This would be fantastic in rainbows. Can you imagine big rainbow sleeves? I kind of want to do that because I have the rainbow. But there's also a colorway of this that's orange and pink. Fantastic. So I'm really excited to share Lion Brand Week with you. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, the videos start off where I feature the yarn. I show you the yarn. We talk about the yarn, which I'm going to have a hard time doing with this because I'm out of the Ferris wheel, but it's going to be fine. It's all going to work out. I talk about the yarn at the beginning of the video. So even if you don't plan on doing the tutorial, if you just tune in for the first half of the video, it's not even half, the first like couple minutes of the video, I talk about the yarn in detail. I talk about what I like about the yarn. I talk about, I give you guys my personal opinion on the yarn. And I tell you why I picked it for this project, and I talk to you about the project a little bit, and then we move on to the tutorial. So you can still watch it even if you don't plan on making the thing. Like, if you don't want to make this, you can still watch the beginning, learn a little bit about the yarn, learn about my opinions and all that good stuff, and then, yeah, go about your day. So I'm really excited. Lion Brand has no idea that I'm doing this. I have not had a conversation with Lion Brand ever. I do have an affiliate link with Lion Brand, and all of the links for these yarns actually they're an affiliate link. So if you purchase using those links, I earn 10% back from the purchase. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me to continue running this channel by making yarn purchases, by buying the yarn to make the tutorials and all of that good stuff. So it really, really benefits the channel, and it benefits you because it helps keep us it helps keeps the lights on. It helps keep the yarn flowing and the projects coming out. So with that, I thank you so much for joining me on this Sunday afternoon. And I really do hope you will join us for at least one of the tutorials. The pumpkin is a lot of fun and it's seasonally appropriate. The hat takes no time at all to work up. So at least those two, like, you can definitely, I mean, you can make all of these reasonably. These would make fantastic Christmas gifts because Christmas is in a couple months and we're all working on that stuff, you know. We're all busy working on holiday stuff. But it's time to get like a little fun in there too, right? So yeah, everything will be linked below. Below the video is a description box with all the information. I will put the shopping list in there, how many of each things you need for each project. I will tell you the information. I don't know the prices as of right now because I haven't got that far in the research yet. None of these yarns are over like $7 a skein or a cake. I think some of them are $6.99. I think that's the highest price I've paid for any of these. I think at the most, yeah, I think $6.99 is the most I've ever paid for these yarns. And some of these are on sale on Lion Brand's website. So I don't know what Lion Brand sales are going to be happening throughout the week. I don't know their sale. Like I said, I've never talked to Lion Brand. Never. So I don't know what is going to happen with their sales this week. But if you can, try to like catch the sale and get the best deal that you absolutely can. And Lion Brand also has reward points. So if you sign up for their rewards, every purchase you make helps you gain reward points. And then you can use those for coupons off of future purchases. And I use their coupons quite frequently. So with that. And if you make any of these, and I say this in every tutorial, if you make any of this stuff, please, I want to see what you guys have created. I want to see your pumpkins, I want to see your hats, I want to see your shawls, I want to see all of it. So you can share pictures with me on my Instagram. And to send me a picture on my Instagram, to get me to see it on Instagram, when you put the picture on in your Instagram account, if you just use the @ sign, the A with the circle around it, and Cinnamon Stitches, all one word, it automatically tags me and tells me to come look at it. If you do hashtag, you know, the pound sign, hashtag Cinnamon Stitches, all one word, it will automatically show up in my feed because I follow the hashtag Cinnamon Stitches. So I will see it. If you want to go into the Facebook group, you have to answer the questions to join the Facebook group. It is Cinnamon Stitches Crochet on Facebook. The link to that is also in the description box below. You can join, but you have to answer the questions appropriately. You have to agree to the rules. You have to say, yes, I agree to the rules. That's twice it's on there because I want to make sure you understand. And you have to answer, who is Cinnamon Stitches? Creative answers always get bonus points with Mr. Cinnamon because he's the one that's doing all the work over there. Him and Juju have been doing most of the approving over there, so he always gets a kick when you guys get creative with the answers on who Cinnamon Stitches is. Our yarn queen. You know. So you can post it right on the wall in the Facebook group if you get approved to join, but you have to answer the questions. You have to, like, we're strict over there. You have to answer the questions to get in. That avoids like the people that are coming over there for self-promoting, because a lot of people are like, hey, that's Cinnamon Stitches, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna get her to promote me, and they use my wall to try to promote themselves to get attention and to get people to come to their channel or to come to their blog or whatever. And that's a no-no in there because that is for me to interact with you guys. You can also email me. My email is also in the description box below. There's a lot of good information in there. So with that, I really hope you will join me next week, Monday through Friday. It's going to be all Lion Brand, all tutorials, all week. And I worked really, really hard. I worked really hard on these tutorials. I have made all of this plus samples in the past 7 days. So there's not going to be a Monday mix, but I'm going to tell you right now, I've made 2 pumpkins, 3 hats, this, that, part of a placemat in the past 7 days. And I'm going to take a couple days off. And while you guys are watching the tutorials, I am going to be resting my hand. And also, a little side note, one of you sent me a thumb guard because I mentioned that I hurt my thumb, and it does hurt. And it hurts worse now because I've been crocheting so much. One of you sent me a thumb guard from Amazon, And I just really wanted to say thank you for that, because I am going to wear it I'm going to wear it tonight. As soon as I get done with this video, I'm going to put it on my hand and I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to let my hands rest and be calm. And I just really wanted to thank you for that, because you guys always look out for me. And you always make me feel like I'm important to you, and I really, really appreciate that, because you guys are all important to me as well. So, let's get on with it. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.